When I was 12 years old, I used to play a game called Destroy the Neighborhood on Roblox, where you had a rocket launcher and you could destroy everything. Houses, cars, furniture, and even a crane. This level of destruction in a game intrigued me so much that I wanted to make my own game similar to this. However, this was in 2015. Back then, I didn't know how to write a single line of code, let alone make an entire game. So now, 9 years later, I asked myself, can I turn my first project into an actual game? Well, let's find out. So the first thing I did was open the old game file from 2015 just to see how the game looks. And it looks horrible. It has a rocket launcher that clearly doesn't work, it has this weird looking terrain, there are no structures, nothing is destructible, I have no idea what this is, and there is tons of errors. Basically, nothing was working here, so to help me remake the game, I came up with a plan. First, every player has a rocket launcher. Second, everything in the game is destructible. And third, the goal is to be the last man standing to win. So, step 1, I made a rocket launcher. Now, the unique aspect of rocket launchers is their knockback force, which I wanted to use for rocket jumping, and you do this by simply applying a force to your character, and it works. Except it doesn't. Ooh, okay. Oh wow, this is maybe too much. Okay, I'm not sure why, but it seems to slow down. Wait, what? No, it just slows down. The problem was, the character was quickly losing momentum mid-air and I had no idea why. So first I checked my internet connection to see if my ping wasn't through the roof, which by the way, if you're having high ping, there is a tool called Gira Booster which can drastically lower your ping and greatly improve your network stability. Usually when I play a game on Roblox without this tool, my ping is around 100 milliseconds. But with Gira Booster, it drops to 70 milliseconds. That's a 30 millisecond difference, which is crazy. So if your network connection is horrible, all you have to do is open the software and click the game you wanna optimize. And that's it. It's very simple. It's even used by professional esport teams, and the best part is you can try it for free by using the link in the description along with this code to get a 10% discount. So go try it out, tell me in the comments what's the lowest ping you got with this tool, and thanks Gira Booster for sponsoring this video. Okay, so the reason my character was losing momentum so quickly is actually because of humanoids. Humanoid is a property that acts as a controller for your character. It allows you to move, climb, jump, dance, and even die. But it can also bend physics in its favor. That's not good. Basically, the best way to fix this would be to completely get rid of humanoids and make my own controller. Which would be difficult, so of course I'm not gonna do it because that would be stupid. So I made a new controller. It took me a few hours to get working, but hey, I now have full control over the movement and we can finally do those sick rocket jumps. However, there is nothing else to do. So, we have to implement destruction. How do we do this? Well, suppose we have a wall like this. If the wall is made from one block and we fire a rocket at it, it disappears. But suppose we cut the wall into multiple pieces, i.e. we make the wall from smaller blocks, we can now create holes in the wall. Perfect. Then I built a simple map and it was time for testing. Okay, let's see. Okay. So this is not what I had in mind. Preferably, I would like the entire structure to fall down. And this is where things get problematic. To make the whole structure fall down, first, it cannot be anchored, and second, every block must be connected to each other. Fortunately, this can be done pretty easily by welding two parts together. Unfortunately, welding hundreds of parts manually would take days. So the only option was to come up with an algorithm that would do this for me. However, the algorithm needs to be quick, it also has to make sure that every block is connected, it also has to make sure that everything is optimized so it doesn't connect. Well, it was rough. I did make the algorithm, but it is so horribly, painfully slow that I can only run it offline and it freezes my computer for like 5 seconds, but it gets the job done. So this is the destruction I was looking for. And now it's time to turn this into a full game. First, there is only one shitty map, so we need to make more. I I started trying out different map ideas I had in mind. Some of them were okay, others not so much. But one thing was certain, I want the game to be as chaotic as possible. So I tried to design every map around this idea. For example, I had a map with platforms that were hanging from ropes. It turns out that's a horrible idea. I also made a map with dynamites falling from the sky, explosions, you name it. However, it's difficult to test the game when it's just me. So I need help. Now, of course, I could just ask people to play the game, but right now that would be ineffective. So I decided to make AI bots that will simulate players. Well, that was also a horrible idea. Turns out it's easy to make AI that is extremely overpowered. But simulating players, that's the difficult part. They have to walk around, aim, shoot, and basically make smart decisions just like a player would. Oh my god. There's so many... Oh my... Oh no. Okay, first of all, why aren't they aiming? Wait. Less than 0? Forgot to do this. Okay. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. I think it's working. I think it's working perfectly. They are still so hard to kill, like... And what is this now? Oh my god. This looks weird without any effects. Okay, oh my. This is... Like, I barely know what's going on right now. There is a group of them fighting here. Oh no, I was literally in the middle. Oh no, I'm in the middle of... Oh no! I mean, you could even say I was in the thick of it. Literally, balancing these enemies was hell, and quite frankly, I was dying a lot, to the point where it wasn't even fun anymore. And besides moving and jumping, you couldn't do much. So instead, I came up with more ways to move, like sprinting and dashing, and the game was finally more forgiving. However, covering long distances on foot was still quite difficult. But I had an idea. If you've ever played Portal 2, there were these things called aerial faith plates that would launch you through the air and you would land at a predefined spot. So that's exactly what I made. Now you can jump from building to building and access places that give you an advantage. This is great. However, I didn't like how every map was just floating in the air. So my brilliant solution was to make it look like the game takes place in a huge testing facility. Now this seemed like a great idea, but when I was playtesting, it was totally quiet, it had bad vibes, and I felt very uneasy, as if something was about to jump scare me. Just kidding, that actually didn't happen. But I removed the whole facility thing and instead made this. This is an observation room where you can chill out and watch the whole game underneath you, and it also looks really cool from the bottom. Anyway, you can go play the game right now, link is in the description. And also, was I able to remake my first game? I think I was, thank god, because if I wasn't, that would have been so embarrassing.